Well, hello again, Sagittarius. It's May 2015. I'm Dadhichi Toth from astrology.com.au with your monthly forecast, synopsis of what's likely to happen to you based upon the positions of the planets. And, we've continued to talk about this rather sobering influence of Saturn in your sun sign, and that's going to continue for a while. But fortunately, your ruling planet Jupiter is in the 9th house, so that's going to counteract that rather sour sort of influence of Saturn. And I think that balances you in a way that makes you quite productive, in fact. Right now we see the Sun, Mars and Mercury transiting your 6th house of workplace activities, with Mercury moving out of that position on the 1st into the 7th house of partnerships. That's an excellent omen. And then what we see also on the 4th is a full moon in your 12th house. So this is a rather tug of war situation where you've got, on the one hand, Mercury pulling you into the public eye, dealing with the public, whereas this full moon, you see, Mercury is the intellectual side of your nature, and you've got the emotional side of your nature, the moon, full in the 12th house of low-key activities. So what do you do in this? This is difficult. Normally how I recommend to my clients to deal with this is to maybe stay out of the public eye physically, but do all your communication from a base of sort of a quiet atmosphere. And that way you can satisfy your emotional need and as well this intellectual need to connect with other people. And for the time being too, you do have Venus in the 7th house, which is very, very lucky for you. So I wouldn't be saying to you to completely shut off your personal business dealings or relationships at this time, but to continue that, especially up until the 8th, because that is a point in time when Venus will move out of this area of personal relationships and dealing with others into a more sort of quiet and mysterious and research orientated part of the horoscope too. It is really the sexual side of your nature too. So we can see when Venus activates that area of your horoscope, you probably do want to spend more time in the background and cement your relationship with the person that means most to you. We see, however, that there are some contentious episodes likely when Mars moves into the 7th house of these personal relationships around the, let's have a look at that, the 12th. So, fortunately Mars is one of your better planets, but it still comes with that contentious baggage, that irritable sort of factor, which makes you likely, or possibly your partner or your business partner too, likely to be rather rash and impulsive. And when you're not listened to, that's going to really irritate you. So do be careful of that, because that is an aspect that's going to be there for a little longer than a month or so, and you need to make sure that you're able to deal with any of these objections and argumentations that are likely to come to you, not just from personal people in your life, but even from your clients. If you're working with business, your clients might have some problems. They may not be altogether too nice. So this is where you've got to put on your best hat and your diplomatic airs and deal with them in a systematic fashion. You do also have the Sun moving into that same sector on the 21st. So you're going to have two what we call first-rate malefics, hot, fiery planets in this 7th house. So there's no doubt you need to prepare yourself for some of the fallout from that can set you up head-to-head against people, even those that you normally consider good allies and friends. I mentioned to you that the new moon takes place in your 6th house of workplace activities. That's also a health-related area. So these parts of your life are going to come into full view. And the new moon, of course, indicates a new chapter commencing for you, where, new job, new work circumstances, and that's all good stuff for you. So I think on balance it is a good month. There's a retrogression of Mercury on the 19th as well. That's in your 7th house. So just when you think you're getting all of this together, maybe you've been on your best behavior, you're not reacting to all of these attacks, then Mercury goes retrograde on you. So the communications, are going to maybe stall for a while. You shouldn't let that get you down. Just see that transit out and rest assured that when it goes forward a couple of weeks later, you're going to be able to get things back on track. Sun moves to the 7th house, as I said, on the 21st. Then there's more conjunctions there. Mercury with Mars on the 27th and the Sun in conjunction with Mercury on the 31st. All again pointing to this dominant theme of your relationships, your communication, and the fact that there could be some highly volatile moments where you're going to have to keep a lid on it. Till next month, I hope everything goes well. Down there you can see points you can make or feedback you can give me. I'm more than welcome to hear what you've got to say. I hope you get through this unscathed, and in the meantime join me at my website astrology.com.au. We've got the month, the day and the year in focus for all of you. Lots of free stuff in the Oracles section, and myself and dozens of other readers in the Orunum network ready to help you with your personal problems. I hope you avail yourself of that. Take care till next month. Bye bye.